break it down. And the princes of the Heavenly Father are still here. We're still here. We ain't went nowhere. We're right here in the corners of the earth, where we made a laughing stock among the nations. You see, a lot of you. I heard the other apostles. They mentioned economics can't change our people, and they can't. And they mentioned Black Wall Street, which is true. Black Wall Street is the best. Black Wall Street is the best that Israel have ever done on this side. And if that was destroyed by Esau, the so-called white man, why was it destroyed? Because of the curses, man. You have to understand that we're under these curses, man. All right? No one else is plagued like this because they're not under the curses, but we are. All right? All right, economics ain't gonna change the condition of our people. They still ain't in their right mind. So, what's good is riches when you got a wicked mind. And let's finish up in 2nd Ezra real quick. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. All this have I spoken before thee, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because thou madest the world for our sakes. You go into that, hey, the Lord really made the world for the sake of us Israelites, man, to enjoy. But we haven't been able to enjoy it. Not since King Solomon, at least, where we have 40 years of peace. All right? We have 40 years of peace, and that was it. Ever since then, there's been no peace. Constant state of going to war with our enemies, going into captivity, going to captivity under our enemies. That's all our history been after that, man. Even coming out of Mizraim, all right, the old Egyptians, who was war with us? Our enemies. First up was Amalek. Amalek is of who? The house of Esau, Edom. So, even to this very day, we're what? At war with our enemies, man. Well, we can't really defend ourselves because we don't have a military, That's why our hope is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Our hope is that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will send his military from on high, the angels in the chariots, which Esau called UFOs, but we know they're the chariots of the Lord, the chariots of Israel. That's our hope. That's the military we want to come back and defeat Esau and the other militaries of the earth, so that we may be liberated and freed indeed. All right, because I made this point that sovereignty is a reflection of freedom. So ask yourself, all you tribes, man, all you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, are you free? Because if you're free, you should be sovereign. You should have your own laws, your own customs, your own heritage, your own language. And when you look and examine yourself, you should say, no, I'm not free. We're not free. We're not sovereign. Again, one of the curses is no one shall save thee. No one shall redeem us, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. So you wonder why you're in the condition you're in? You wonder why you live in the ghettos? You wonder why you can't get ahead in life? Why you gotta sell out to be rich or so-called rich? Because you're under the curses, man. You can't escape these curses. Even you Israelites in the entertainment world, you can't escape these curses, man. Because Esau, man, you saw the Esau, he still treat you like a hooker. Here it is, you sold out like this nigga Bill Cosby. You're part of the Black Boule. They threw your old ass in prison. All that old satanic abominable acts you did, and they still threw your ass to the wolves, man. Just recently, you had R. Kelly. Just recently, you had R. Kelly. Notice when you Israelites are accused of something, without proof of anything, your ass still go to prison. Without proof, without evidence, you still go to prison. You're still scrutinized, and you're the worst thing living. But when Harvey Weinstein on audio and video record doing shit to women, is he being publicized and scrutinized like R. Kelly? Hell no. Charlie Sheen. It's a lot of pedophilia within that world. You got the Podesta emails where you had the Pizzagate scandal with the pedophilia ring, the child sex pedophilia ring, and that involved the Clintons and other high-name politicians. That was revealed through WikiLeaks, which is 100% accurate, 100% right. Did they go through the same scrutiny? Did they go through the same scrutiny? Did they go through the same public defamation? Hell no. That goes to show you that, hey, no matter what you do in this world, you're going to be still pursued by these curses. And then ultimately, when you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American entertainers, when you retire and you're not playing your roles in movies, you're not playing sports or what have you, you notice they all going broke. They all going broke. Okay? They all going broke. How's that? I was watching the podcast. I watch podcasts while I'm at work. I work a lot, but shit. It was going into how Jakes don't retain their masters from them being artists and in that music industry and all that. And you notice how when they masters is worth the highest, that's usually when they take them Jakes out. Why doesn't it happen to you to the Edomites, but it happened to you? It happened to the people on the inside. The Mennonites, they able to go off and live a long, so-called fulfilling life. But why can't you do that? I'm talking about you Israelites. Why you can't do that? Because these curses are funky. They're kicking your ass. Man, it killed me, man. You guys want to aspire to be these different things in this world when no matter what, you're still gonna be treated the same. Uh, Wait me 1 second. I'll write this precept. I'm gonna grab this precept real quick. Man, because man, I hate sometimes using this app. Even though it's helpful. I like my large print. But sometimes, I don't Esau, man, this fucking internet shit, man. It work and it don't work. Lord willing, I'm gonna push through it. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 5 and 13. It says, "Therefore my people are going to captivity because they have no knowledge, and their honorable men are famished, and their multitude dried up with thirst. Therefore hell hath enlarged herself and opened her mouth without measure, and their glory in their multitude and their pomp, and he that rejoiceth shall descend into it. And the mean man shall be brought down, and the mighty man shall be humbled, and the eyes of the lofty shall be humbled." So basically, the Heavenly Father brought down Israel to a lower state. Okay? Alright. That's why the heathen don't respect us, man. Alright, the heathen don't respect us because we don't have anything, man, for ourselves. 1 Samuel 2 and 6 is through what's that 8. 1 Samuel 2 verse 6 through verse 8. It goes into basically how the Most High make rich and make poor. He kill and make alive. the book of Sirach, chapter 11. I'm going to start at verse 11. It says, there is one that laboreth and taketh pains and maketh haste, and is so much the more behind. Yeah, who was that? All the nations can come over here. They're able to set up businesses. They're able to establish a community. They're able to prosper, hand down an inheritance of money, and hand down inheritance of communities to their children's children. But as Israelites, we don't have an inheritance. I mean, you had it once, so-called, once Black Wall Street was established, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Rosewood, all that. Once that was established, Jake set it up, right? But why was they able to keep it? The curses, man. That's why Yehovah Shem Yahushua allowed Esau to go in there and destroy it. Now, Esau is going to pay for that, but, it just proves that we're under these curses. And you notice, ever since the destruction of Black Wall Street, you have never been able to come to a economic, you never was able to flourish into an economic, prospect or economic, economically, prospering community. I mean, to make it simple, I have to think of some, simple words to say, because that's the best way I can convey it to you. After Black Wall Street, there was no more setting up, communities that was full with businesses that was owned by Jake. Like I go to a lot of cities, urban cities, and you have Edomites living there right now. And when you hear Jake talk about those houses, like I was in Grand Rapids for about 8.5, almost 9 years, and they was talking about these heritage houses, and how it was owned by so-called blacks. I met a few guys that was talking about how the wealthiest part of even Grand Rapids itself was formerly owned or set up or built it by so-called blacks. All right, so that goes to show you, man, it once was. Why you don't have it now? Why you don't have it now? That's the question. All right. You come to find out real quick, man, you can't escape these curses, man. Jeremiah 2:13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? Yeah, why is he spoiled? Well, hey, man, the Heavenly Father spoiled us because we was disobedient, man. And everywhere you go, look upon Israelites, all the tribes, they're in a state of spoiled, man. They're in a state of being spoiled. That's why I hate when the Edomites come up and they always like to talk about shit that is really above their comprehension level to begin with. But then even more so, like, they try to talk down on us when they don't even realize that our whole condition, whole state of living is because of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Because who put the spirit on our enemies to come up against us? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Alright? That's why it makes so much sense to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. You're supposed to fear the Most High, man. Fear Yahweh. You know? A lot of you Israelites out there don't fear him. But he's going to put fear in you in our time of trouble, which is quickly hastening, quickly approaching. He's going to put that fear in you. When your ass ain't got nothing to eat, when all hell break loose, you ain't got no water, you're gonna remember Yahweh in that day. Because everything is not going back to normal. Yeah, you Israelites forgot who you are, man. Especially you men of Judah, the southern kingdom. You came over on slave ships. You don't even understand why you came on slave ships. All right? You don't even understand that. The Heavenly Father caused Esau to put your ass on slave ships for disobedience. So if the Heavenly Father Yahweh put you on slave ships, who's going to get you out of the slavery? The Heavenly Father Yahweh. You know? Your fucking job means nothing. I don't care how much you achieve in this world. You're nothing in this world. So what? You got a house right next to Esau. You're still nothing. Yes, that's what's wrong with all you tribes, man. You want a fucking good old job and have a house right next to Massa with a fucking dog in the picket fence. That's not your lot. Slavery not supposed to feel comfortable. It's not supposed to feel good. That's what you want to do, though. You want to get riches, lay up, kick your feet up, lemonade in the shade. This society ain't meant for that for you Israelites. You see? You're still in captivity. Now let me get that online etymology for sovereignty, all right? I want to touch on that real quick. It says sovereignty, preeminence from Anglo-French sovereignty, from sovereign, meaning authority, rule, supremacy of power of rank. It says existence as an independent state. Woo! Existence as an independent state. Are you an independent state? Where's your place in the UN Security Council? I'll wait. You don't have a place in the UN Security Council. You notice how Esau make up false accusations to go in and to destroy these Middle Eastern countries. They over that. They use biochemical warfare on 700 people. And you bomb the country to hell and back. Why the fuck anybody invading America? Shit. Look, roughly over 1,000 died by the hand of the police, so you so-called Negroes and Latinos. You ain't even been counted yet. But just the so-called Negroes alone, they kill about 1,000 youths every year. You just catch the ones that's caught on camera. That's it. That's it. And I guarantee you, it's able to shed light on what's going on at the border. You got Levites at the border. You got Issacharites. You got different Latin tribes down at the border. Also, Levi down there trying to get into the mainland of America, so-called America. They got all kind of weaponry for them down there. People down there dying right there. That's our people, man. Dying trying to get in this land. They don't keep tally or toll on that. You know? You're not an independent state, man. You know? That's why I laughed the other week when I think I mentioned the other week. It's correct name, Jose. I leave the country when I want to. Man, you don't do a motherfucking thing, man. Fuck, you a federal agent or something? Fuck, you leave in and out the country with nothing. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Excuse my rude speech, man. Isaiah 61:1 says, the Spirit of the Lord power, Yahweh Shai, is upon me, because Yahweh has anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Who are the captives? Obviously, our people, we are captives. Because you're not in an independent state. Again, you're not sovereign. That's what the word sovereign means. You're living under what? Esau's constitution, which is written against you. And no laws in the books that's going to help or protect us Israelites. No, it's only to oppress us, man. That's why the book of Isaiah, what's that, 10:2, it says, woe unto him that write unrighteous decrees and have prescribed grievances, roughly paraphrasing. Yeah, a decree is a law. Are not the laws of this land unrighteous? Fuck yeah, they're unrighteous. Your ass go to prison and jail for petty offenses. The overwhelming majority goes for petty offenses, but your ass locked up for a long period of time. And let he might do it. He got half or less than half of what you got. You see? You're the captives. All right, you're the captives that haven't been freed. All right. When you look at the industrial, what do you call it? The incarceration statistics. You look up the crimes, man. It's really, man, something that you just wag your head at, man. You know that, goddamn, man. right, Isaiah 14 and 17. I'm going right to the point. Well, I start at 16. It says, "They that see thee shall nearly look upon thee and consider, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did it shake kingdoms?" Yeah, that man is Esau. Edom. All right? Is this the man? Because Esau, which is the so-called white man, he did shake kingdoms by his military might. You got actual militants, active duty militants, speaking out against their own commanding generals. Like you had one that was just notably in the news this week. He got locked up for speaking out against Afghanistan retreat. Basically on how it was done. So pretty much, them soldiers are not committing suicide for no reason. Yeah, look that up. About 23 soldiers commit suicide every day. I wonder why. I wonder why. Every fucking day, 23 soldiers commit suicide. And they turn a blind eye to it, pretty much. They don't give a shit. They put them on drugs. Or you may call them prescription drugs. They're still drugs. They already mentally messed all up, and you gonna put them on drugs to make him more messed up? In a lot of cases, to the point to no return. And you shake many kingdoms, man. All the lands you destroyed. Google all the regime changes that America did. All right, what's your reasons for overthrowing governments, bombing its civilians, and then call them casualties? Yeah. You wonder why you look. See, the Most High is